Here is any man. John, Johann, Juan, or Jacques. Atasante. Salud.
Prosit. Your health. Alcohol. What is alcohol, anyway?
Alcohol is the root of all evil. Down with King Alcohol.
Have you tasted the delicious flavor of Bacchus sparkling nectar?
Its drinking causes most of the world's misery.
It's the miserable state of the world that causes so much drinking.
Why can't I get some unprejudiced opinions? Some facts?
Facts? For years, alcohol students have experimented, analyzed, and weighed the evidence. So far, this is what we know. Alcoholic beverages can be made from almost any fruit or grain, each containing different amounts of ethyl alcohol. Alcohol, of course, enters the stomach and intestines, and from there it's rapidly absorbed, unchanged, into the bloodstream. In this stream, it's circulated again and again through all the organs, through each and every cell of the body. As it passes through the liver, alcohol is gradually changed into acetaldehyde, and then into acetic acid, which in its turn is changed into water and carbon dioxide by other body tissues. In this way, most of the alcohol is gradually oxidized, but for a small part which is eliminated through the breath and the kidneys.
But drunkenness, how is that caused?
Well, you see, alcohol is an anesthetic, which is brought to the brain in the bloodstream. Imagine the brain as a complex control center which determines our actions and behavior. When alcohol enters the brain, it interferes with these functions. First to be affected is reasoning power, then inhibition, and memory. Gradually, alcohol affects vision, speech, and hearing. Eventually, muscular coordination is affected. If all these faculties are put to sleep, your consciousness goes. Leaving only the automatic processes, such as the control of breathing. If this is overcome, the heart stops.
Then alcohol must be very dangerous.
Very few people die from taking too much alcohol at one time. But there are other dangers. See what I mean?
Why? Why do people drink?
Most people drink because it's the accepted custom. Some drink to escape the tensions of everyday life. becomes an obsession. Such a man begins with some deep conflict in his personality. His friends drink for relaxation, but when he drinks, it's to escape his conflicts. So he begins to look for drinking occasions as often as possible. When he can't find any other excuse, he sneaks a drink alone. Eventually, there comes a time when he pulls a blank, forgetting everything he's said or done. Later, when sober, he can remember only fragments. Now, after a few drinks, he can't stop. For him, alcohol is no longer a beverage. It's become a drug. Then follows reproof, resentment, aggression, remorse. He loses his job, tries to start again in another town. It doesn't work. He can't begin the day without a drink. And after one drink, he must have more, and more, and more. More, until... he lands in prison or the hospital, depending on whether his community understands that he's not a criminal, but a sick man, for whom the only price of freedom is to break away completely. This isn't easy. He needs help. There are doctors, social workers, and nurses who understand the alcoholic and can help him. And there are those who once were alcoholics themselves, whose understanding comes from experience. Alcoholics Anonymous.
But why do people continue to drink in spite of these dangers?
Alcohol has been used since the beginning of time, when it was believed to be the stream of life. A brotherhood of blood later became a brotherhood in wine. The contract signed and sealed in alcohol would not be broken. Birth, betrothal, marriage, all celebrated in the cup. The roots of superstition are deep. Listen.
I'm afraid we can't trust Bob. He won't drink with us.
Look how well Bill holds his liquor. He's a real man.
But, Doctor, if I stop drinking, people will think I'm peculiar.
You see, alcohol means many things to many people. To some it means release. And to some, torture. The problem stands. Will alcohol control us? Or can we control alcohol?